Hello, good evening and welcome to this special broadcast. Our coverage continues from the ground of the devastating flash floods that Himachal Pradesh saw in the aftermath of continuous 2 days of rain, in record-breaking rains in the state of Himachal Pradesh. Now, at this moment, ladies and gentlemen, I'm coming to you in fact, I'm en route from Mandi, on my way to Buntar. But through the day today, I went to one of the worst hit areas as far as these flash floods are concerned, Pandoh, which is in the Mandi district of the state. Now, the Pandoh Bazaar, many people saw those visuals of the Pandoh Bazaar completely inundated with water. And one visual which went viral was a 100-year-old bridge in Pandoh, which was washed away. Just a few kilometers, in fact, about 4 kilometers from the Pandoh town, is the dam, the Pandoh Dam, which manages the Beas River, its electricity project. The ferocity of the water there, even today, the catchment area is almost on the danger level mark, even today, despite no rains, tells you the story of what would have happened when the dam was open and the water was, in fact, released in the river. Today also, we saw that ferocity and went to the very spot after the dam where the village where the bridge in Pandoh village was washed away. Take a look at our extensive ground coverage. Bright sun over Mandi and adjoining areas today, giving hope to people that the worst, as fact, for Himachal Pradesh, which 2 heavy days of rainfall which wreaked havoc across the state, is possibly behind them. People are hoping that in the next 24 hours, if the weather holds, then the focus would be for relief to reach those places where there is still no electricity. But I've come across to Pandoh, right on the Pandoh Dam. This is on the Beas River, which has in fact wreaked havoc not only in Mandi but going forward to Kullu and up to Manali. This is the dam, and you can see the ferocity, the force of the water that it is being released. All the gates of this dam are still open because upstream, the catchment area, because of the heavy rainfall that took place for 48 hours, the water is still above the danger mark. Yesterday, there was, locals are telling us that the ferocity of the water was much more, and that's why it broke banks and reached the Pandoh market with the visuals that we saw of a complete market being submerged. Though today, thankfully, since yesterday it has not rained and the situation is much better in this area. The Deputy Chief Minister would also be coming here to Mandi after the loss of 30 people in the state of Himachal Pradesh. Now everybody is hoping that at least today and tomorrow, if there is no rain, then possibly the real devastation, the extent of the devastation and the relief work could be assessed in its true sense. A 100-year-old Pandoh link bridge was washed off, and I've come to that place. It's just above the Pandoh Bazaar, which was completely submerged. और यही वो इलाका है, ये आपको नुकसान समझ में आ रहा होगा, पानी कितना ज़्यादा यहाँ पहुँचा था. ये जो पूरा टूट गया है, ये सड़क जिसको लिंक करता था, ये देखिए सड़क यहाँ से भी टूटा हुआ है. And if I keep walking and take you towards where that bridge was, that's when you will get a sense, ladies and gentlemen, of how difficult it must have been about 24 hours back. This is what remains of that suspension bridge which connected this area of Pandoh onto the other side, a 100-year-old bridge. Now these cables are all that is left of that Pandoh bridge. Let me just show you this. Joseph, my camera person, will walk in here. Pandoh Bridge spanned 288 feet, 1923. This year it was celebrating its 100th anniversary, and the rains have washed it off. What I will do also, this is one end of the bridge. ये दूसरा सिरा जो है उसे क्या बोलते हैं?
सर इसे पूरा ब्रिज ही था ये.
नहीं, दूसरा उस तरफ क्या है?
शिया बदार रोड.
शिया बदार रोड.
शिवा बदार रोड.
शिवा बदार रोड.
द्रंग कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी बोलिए आप. एक्चुअली ये सदर द्रंग.
तो ये, this is the, nothing is left of this bridge. It got completely overwhelmed. you can still see the ferocity with which the river Byas, in fact, is flowing in this area. And on the other side was the Shiva Bazaar area where which it connected. A 100-year-old bridge washed off in those flash floods. All right, you saw that bridge. In fact, imagine the ferocity of the river. It went over that bridge. The water went over that bridge and took the bridge along with itself. But in the Pandoh, the town and especially the Pandoh Bazaar area, a lot of angry voices today, ladies and gentlemen. People were forced to come onto the main Chauraha, the street, and block that because they allege that it's been 36 hours, no relief, no food, no water, no camp has been, in fact, provided to them by the state administration. And their anger was justified because I went down with them to their houses, to their shops, to see what they have gone through. Take a look. Behind me is the Pandoh Bazaar and the low-lying areas of Pandoh, which were completely inundated in water 2 days when the rains, stoppable rains, the havoc that was caused by the very heavy rainfall that the state has witnessed. Now the locals here are angry. It's been 2 days. Nobody from the administration, according to them, has come and assessed the damage or has provided them any relief. They have blocked this road. This is the road that goes towards Kullu and the other road which comes from Mandi towards Pandoh. We had come here to try and see what in fact is happening at this moment at this Chauraha here in Pandoh. There is the locals, those who have suffered the damage, they are protesting. Women also here. आप लोग क्यों यहाँ पर खड़े हुए मैडम, क्यों आप लोग प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं अभी यहाँ?
सर हम प्रशासन से मांग करें 36 आवर हो गए, आज तक अभी तक हमारे को ना खाने का ना पीने का कोई इंतजाम, कोई सलाह तक नहीं।
प्रधान तक नहीं आया, प्रधान तक नहीं आया, सारा रुड़ गया, कार रुड़ गए, कुछ खाने नो 3 दिन हुए भूखे बैठे लो, कोई नहीं पूछ रहा है, सानू बात नहीं पूछ रहा, कोई क्या है क्या पड़े, वोट लड़ तो सारे आ जाते, वोट दो वोट दो वोट दो, वोट के तो देने से तो सब कुछ रुड़ गया, रोटी खाने नो भी नहीं पूछ रहा है, कोई भी नहीं पूछ रहा है।
तो प्रशासन से जब, क्योंकि पंडों में यहाँ पर बाजार में भी पानी भर गया था, घरों में भी पानी भर गया, उसके बाद से कोई देखने नहीं आया।
हमारे गांव के प्रधान भी नहीं आई, हमारे पास भी भूखे मरे और 9 फुट हमारे कमरों में पानी था।
कहाँ है आपका घर?
ये नीचे लोअर पंडों में नीचे, ये जो है हमारी बिल्डिंग।
मैं चलूंगा सर आपके साथ, मैं चलूंगा लेकिन एक मिनट मैं सवाल पूछता हूँ, आप फिर आराम से बताइएगा। मुझे आप ये बताइए कि जिस दिन ये पानी आया यहाँ पे, बारिश ज्यादा हो रही थी, उस दिन क्या मंजर था, क्या हुआ आप लोगों के साथ? पहले तो ये बताओ आप मुझे।
जिस दिन पानी
क्या
आया,
नाम है आपका?
रोहित कुमार मेरा नाम है, यहाँ का मैं स्थायी निवासी हूँ। जिस दिन ये पानी आया, ये संडे सुबह की बात है, सुबह 4 बजे के करीब पानी थोड़ा ज़्यादा था, जो इतना लेवल नहीं था कि वो हमारे बाजार में घुस जाए, किसी की उम्मीद नहीं थी। 4 बजे के करीब पानी बढ़ता है, तो 6 बजे क्या होता है कि 6 बजे के करीब इन्होंने बिना BBMB जो है, कितनी लापरवाही है कि इन्होंने बिना किसी को अलर्ट किए हुए इतना पानी छोड़ दिया कि हमें समझने का मौका नहीं।
मतलब जो डैम आप बता रहे हैं, डैम से
ये प्रोजेक्ट है।
आप क्या बता रहे थे कि यहाँ तक पानी आया हुआ था?
हाँ देखो सर, यहाँ तक पानी आया, पूरा इस पौड़ी तक पानी आया और इन सब गलियों से पानी आया।
ये आप एक मिनट रुक जाओ, मुझे अंकल से बात करनी है। आप पुल यहीं पे बहा था, जो पंडोह वक्कल पुल था, 100 साल पुराना।
100 साल पुराना जी। अभी एनिवर्सरी मनाई उसकी 100 साल की, पूरा अंग्रेजों ने बनाया था, ऐसा पुल बनेगा नहीं जी। तो यहाँ इलाके हैं, शिया बाजार है, हटौन है, द्योरी है, सब लोगों को इतनी, ये जनरल बात है जी। बाकी हाँ जी, और पूरी पब्लिक जो है हरासमेंट हो गई है जी।
ये आपका घर है?
मेरा घर है,
एक मिनट,
हमारा ही घर है ये। और 9 फुट पानी आया हुआ था यहाँ पे, और मेरे पास टोटली लॉस हो गया मेरा पूरा, टोटली हमें एक दिन का तक भी निकालने को नहीं मिला, और टाइम ही नहीं दिया इन्होंने भी। कुछ सामान हम अपना रोज का कपड़ा पहनने का भी हम अभी उठा लें अपना, पर टाइम ही नहीं मिला हमें। 5 मिनट में हमारे 9 फुट पानी आ गया। 9
फुट तक पानी था।
अंदर देखो आप।
Let me give you a sense of what 9 feet looks like. I am up 6 feet. Add 3 feet to me, and I will show you. Can you see that ledge? Just over that ledge, you would see the water marking. That tells you that the entire ground floor was completely submerged in water. You know, the difficulty is, ये कितना समय लगा आप लोगों को ये सब बाहर निकालने में?
अभी तो थोड़ा टाइम ही हुआ, अभी तो शुरुआत ही की है। जो अंदर का सामान है, बेड है, हमारे कुछ है, हम बाहर निकालेंगे उनको। और बारिश ने भी हमें इतना तंग किया।
Don't confuse this with a sandy beach holiday. It is somebody's house in Pandoh, which was completely submerged till about 36 hours back after the sudden release of the water and the gush that came, about 9 feet of water here. Now look at this. I mean, it's destroyed. It's of no use any longer. And the house still has this kind of sludge that I'm walking in at this moment. Shops in Pandoh Bazaar were completely submerged, and that has caused a lot of economic hardship for the owners of these shops. ये जो दुकानें हैं पूरी तरीके से जिस तरीके से पानी इसमें भरा और जो भी सामान अंदर रखा था उसका नुकसान जितना हुआ है। ये आपकी दुकान है मैडम?
हाँ जी, स्टोर है जी।
स्टोर है आपका दुकान का? आपकी दुकान इधर है?
दुकान है सामने है, इसके अंदर नीचे अंडरग्राउंड स्टोर है, वो भी सारा पानी से भर गया है।
सारा पानी? अभी पानी है उसमें? पानी
अभी तो पानी
मिट्टी हो
गई, जो सामान पड़ा सारा खराब हो गया है।
तो आपका तो काफी नुकसान हो गया इधर भी और
नीचे स्टोर भी है। नीचे में पानी चावल पड़े हैं, नीचे सारी बेसमेंट में सारा चावल खराब हो गया है।
तो कितने का नुकसान हो गया होगा आपका?
पता होगा ना,
15-20 लाख के आसपास।
इतना तो होगा ही। राशन की दुकान है।
आज खोल पाए हो आप दुकान?
आज ही खोली है, 3 साल की सफाई के लिए खोली।
खोलने नहीं देते थे दुकान ना, 2 दिन से खोलने नहीं दिए शासन है। बंद करो बस।
पानी आ गया
अंदर सारा सामान हमारा भी इधर खराब हो गया भाई, सामने बिस्कुट वगैरह अंदर खराब हो गए सारे।
सर ये आपका दुकान है? तो ये दालें तो बाकी पूरी सारी खराब हो गई?
बिल्कुल जी।
कैसे उस दिन पानी अंदर गली से ही आया आपके?
हाँ जी, वैसे गली से ही आया जी।
तो अभी आप क्या सफाई के लिए सब बाहर?
बिल्कुल बाहर ही कर रहे हैं। अब ये तो नहीं तो इसमें तो बहुत सारी स्मेल पड़ जाएगी, ये तो बहुत मतलब हमारा तो रहना भी मुश्किल हो जाएगी, इसलिए हम इसको सफाई कर रहे हैं इसकी। खराब तो हो चुकी है।
कितना सामान था सर ये?
हमारा तो मिनिमम इसमें 300 कट्टा इस दालों का था, मतलब 200 कट्टा हमारा खराब हो गया।
200 कट्टा खराब हो गया?
जी।
पानी ऊपर तक भर गया था?
पानी तो इसके लेवल 5-4 या 5 फुट की लेवल तक ऊपर पानी आ गया था।
तो अभी प्रशासन से कुछ मदद मिली आप लोगों को? असेसमेंट कुछ हुआ है?
नहीं, अभी तो बिल्कुल नहीं है, कुछ भी नहीं, ऐसा नहीं है।
क्या नाम है भाई साहब?
ओम प्रकाश।
All right, so a lot of people there looking towards the government to provide them some relief. Near the Pandoh bridge, which was washed off, I met a man who lives alone. His entire house is nowhere to be seen. It has been washed off along with the debris that river brought in. Quite a sad story of somebody who his family built that house, and that is now gone. This tap is all that is left of a house that used to be here. A 2-bedroom kitchen house of a poor man has been swallowed by the river Beas when it rained about 36 hours back. That is all that is left of that house. And if you don't believe me, I will show you exactly where that house was. Zara ye dikhayenge. This is exactly this picture that you see on the phone. This was the house, a 2-bedroom house, and which has completely washed away. You would see this house behind this one as well. So this has been taken. ये ब्रिज से फोटो लिया है?
Yes.
हाँ, ब्रिज से आपने फोटो लिया है? तो ये ब्रिज के सस्पेंशन है?
ये ब्रिज के सस्पेंशन है।
तब तक ब्रिज गिरा नहीं था, ये सस्पेंशन है वो सामने जो है?
हाँ जी, तब तक ब्रिज नहीं गिरा।
Joseph, let me show our viewers that suspension before the bridge had washed away. This is where the picture was taken, looking downwards. So the house was there, and it's now completely washed off. ये पानी भरा हुआ था तब? आपका घर था भाई साहब? इधर आ जाओ आप। क्या नाम है आपका?
पूरन सैनी।
पूरन सिंह जी?
पूरन सैनी।
सैनी? पूरन सैनी साहब, कितना बड़ा घर था आपका?
ये काफी बड़ा था, 2 था, मतलब 2 रूम थे। हाँ। एक किचन था, बाहर बरामदा था।
अच्छा, तो क्या हुआ आपका घर? एक तो नदी के इतना पास क्यों बना हुआ था आपका घर?
सर नदी के किनारे तो ऐसे बाजार में रहते थे ना, शुरू से मैं तो यहीं पे पैदा हुआ था। हाँ। यहीं बनाया था मम्मी डैडी ने। हाँ। तो यहीं पे रहते हैं।
आपके परिवार ने यहीं बनाया था?
हाँ जी।
क्या करते हो आप?
मैं गाड़ी वगैरह चलाता हूँ।
गाड़ी वाला चलाते हो? तो क्या हुआ, आपका घर कैसे चला गया?
पानी एकदम ही आ गया यहाँ पर, खुद ही निकला बाहर को मैं। तो नहीं तो सारा मैंने भी बह जाता पानी के अंदर।
सारा सामान घर के अंदर जो भी था सब गया?
ना बस वैसे ही हो गया, यही बचा मेरे पास।
जो पहनना है वही बचा है?
हाँ जी हाँ जी।
तो कैसे होगा गुजारा आगे?
आगे देखेंगे, कुछ और बनाएंगे कहीं ना कहीं। फिर तो रेंट पे रहना। अभी तो दोस्त के वहाँ रह रहा हूँ मैं, वहीं खाना खा रहा हूँ, वहीं पे रह रहा हूँ।
घर में कौन है आपके? और
मैं अकेला ही हूँ।
अकेले रहते हो?
मेरी मम्मी डैडी एक्सपायर हो गए हैं और मैंने मैरिज नहीं की है, अभी अकेला ही हूँ।
नदी के किनारे घर बनाने में बड़ा डर लगेगा अब तो?
डर तो नहीं है, नदी के किनारे घर बनाएंगे तो डर तो लगा ही रहता है ना। जब नदी के पास है तो दिखती बात है, तो पानी आता ही है।
सरकार से कोई मदद की उम्मीद है तुम्हें?
जो देंगे तो ले लेंगे, नहीं तो नहीं।
I don't know what to say to this man. I mean, despite all that he has gone through, with a smile on his face says he'll face whatever has to come. But it tells you the hardship that people here are facing. This is just an example, ladies and gentlemen. And before I log off, can you see that? That's the other part, the part which is submerged, those suspension wires that you see. That's the part of the Pandoh bridge which still now is hanging very dangerously. This entire bridge is now a very unstable structure where a lot of people are standing on the bridge as well. At this moment at least, the administration, what they need to do is ensure that nobody walks over to this bridge, because this is, to say the least, a very dangerous zone. Many of you won't believe it, this was a shop. This fan, which is completely now twisted, is because of the force of the water. So imagine what must have happened that day. The water from the river came, broke this shutter and entered this area, broke this wall. Vikrant ji, zara idhar aa jao. Ye broke this wall as well. So this is not the entrance of the shop. This was completely covered. This is a wall which has now fallen. विक्रांत जी, आपकी दुकान है ये?
ऑफिस था मेरा।
ऑफिस था आपका? बड़ा नुकसान हो गया सर आपका? तो कैसे पानी, मतलब पूरा पंखा वंखा मुड़ गया, दीवार पीछे, यहाँ पे कोई दरवाजा नहीं था, ये मतलब दीवार थी पूरी टूट गई है?
हाँ जी हाँ जी।
क्या हुआ उस दिन, आप हमें थोड़ा बताओ सर।
मैं तो अब पानी आ गया नहीं, एकदम पानी आ गया डैम से। तो पहले तो कम था, फिर एकदम से सडनली पानी ज़्यादा आ गया, तो कुछ सामान निकालने की मतलब कि टाइम ही नहीं मिला, तो जो था वो रुक गया। फिर पानी बढ़ता गया, फिर अब यहाँ आ तो सकता नहीं था कोई भी, जो था बह गया। गाड़ी फंसी हुई है किधर, बस इधर मेरा सामान था, जेसीबी का स्पेयर पार्ट था मेरा, मशीनरी का, तो वो भी सारा चले गया।
आपकी गाड़ी फंसी हुई है?
हाँ, मेरी बोलेरो है इधर।
तो ये जो शटर है, ये आपकी पार्किंग थी यहाँ पे?
ये मेरा टैंक था। हाँ। इधर मेरी
एक मिनट मुझे एक करके आराम से बताओ। ये शटर है, पूरा टूट गया?
हाँ जी।
ये बंद था शटर, अभी बंद ही है। मैं आपको, लेट मी जस्ट शो यू दिस। द शटर टेक्निकली स्टिल लॉक्ड। कैन यू सी दिस? This shutter, ladies and gentlemen, is locked. It's completely been broken, like it was a matchstick, this entire shutter. तो ये शटर टूट गया, पानी इतना फोर्स से अंदर आया, पंखा भी टूट गया और दीवार भी गिर गई। और क्या बता रहे थे आप? यहाँ पे पार्किंग होती थी, बाहर आ जाओ आप थोड़ा। यहाँ पे गाड़ियों की पार्किंग होती थी, तो ये क्या यूजुअली सब लोग ये अपनी गाड़ी यहाँ खड़ी करते हैं?
मेरी अपनी पर्सनल पार्किंग।
आपकी पर्सनल पार्किंग थी, तो आपकी एक गाड़ी आपकी रह गई?
एक गाड़ी रह गई थी ना यहाँ पे, बाकी तो निकाल ली थी।
अच्छा।
सुबह 5 बजे जैसे पानी आया,
हाँ।
तो उस टाइम पे हमें पता लगा, तो 2-3 गाड़ियाँ तो निकाल ली हमने, बट एक गाड़ी जैसे ही कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट कागज पत्र ये वो थे, तो वो सारे निकालने पड़े, तो उतनी देर में गाड़ी फिर वो रह गई, वो दबी।
मैं आगे चली गई?
हाँ, आगे चली गई।
नाउ लेट मी जस्ट turn, and that's, ladies and gentlemen, the river. It has broken the safety wall which was constructed, that you can see here, and broke and came inside. All the houses, shops on the riverfront which were looking towards the river have been severely damaged in Pandoh. As the water recedes from these houses, in fact, the Chief Minister, who is doing aerial surveys, also said in Pandoh, most of the houses have been very, very badly damaged, because the debris which is left behind, the sand, mud, the slush is left behind in some houses and shops is up to 7 to 9 feet. Just to give you a sense of how the challenge now is in front of the people after the water has receded, just take a look at what is left behind by the river once the water recedes. You know, you've seen that big yellow road roller constructing roads somewhere around your city, yourself. This is that road roller that I'm standing on. It's quite high. If you remember, it's 7 to 8 feet where the driver sits. Look at that. That's the driver's seat. And why is it quite high? Why does it feel that I am this road roller and the driver's seat was on the ground level? Because the water had come till here. It had inundated this. And what is left of that is this sand, the sludge and the debris. These are the huge wheels of this roller that you see, which helps pave that road. And I'm standing on it and it feels like as if this is completely on the ground level. Let me show you one more thing. How, if I keep digging this will go about 6 to 7 feet and will emerge. The roller, road roller will emerge behind these debris. I mean, imagine a huge road roller has completely been buried in what is left, the debris, the sand, and other material that is left in the aftermath of those flash floods. It's not a miniature version of a vehicle that you are seeing, which I'm standing next to, which looks like, you know, this looks like a miniature version and I look like a giant standing next to this vehicle. This was completely buried under the water. The water had come from there and had completely gone over. In fact, it was so high that it had gone over this area. Now, what is left is this, as I was telling you with that road roller as well, the aftermath. This is completely filled with sand. So the water must have seeped inside. You will see this is completely filled with sand. This is what is left. And I don't know how much they will have to dig to take this car out, in fact, from the position that it has now found itself in. Just to give you a sense of where I'm standing right now, just take a look at this entire, you know, the slush and the debris that you see. This used to be a bench, a normal park bench where you sit. That's the back of the bench. So at least 3 to 4 feet is under. So the normal ground level is 3 to 4 feet below where we are standing right now. All this is the sludge, in fact, that had come that day. I also want to show you, just to, you know, tell you this water tank, ladies and gentlemen. This is a water tank for drinking water. It used to be ground level. So ground level plus 5 feet of this water tank, everything is under this debris. This tells you what happened that day. It also tells you the kind of debris, the sludge, the mud that the river was you know, brought along with it. And at this moment, I'm almost standing 5 feet over the normal ground level of this place. So look at this, another tank here. This will tell you this used to be on the ground, so 5 feet over the ground level, completely now gone under of whatever is left of these areas of Pandoh Bazaar. As Himachal Pradesh is coming to the terms of the devastation and the loss that the state has faced, now the focus, in fact, is also shifting to Uttarakhand, where red alert has been sounded off by the IMD. Heavy rainfall today took place in many of the districts of Uttarakhand as well. In fact, despite the red alert, now what we have been told is that in landslides, 5 people lost their lives. A big boulder fell onto a vehicle, resulting in the loss of life. 5 people dying there. All major rivers, including Ganga, are almost at the danger level, flowing above in places above the danger level. And with the heavy showers forecast in the next few days, this is going to be a very, very challenging time for the state. The Chief Minister and the police in Uttarakhand have tweeted and asked people to avoid unnecessary travel till at least 30th of July. Just take a look at what the IMD's prediction is for the next few days as far as Uttarakhand is concerned.
The worst is over for Himachal Pradesh, and Punjab already has been cleared. Jammu and Kashmir also clear. Himachal Pradesh also system is improved. There is no such heavy rainfall which can create danger so far. and therefore we have to take care of Uttarakhand and adjoining West UP, where we are expecting heavy to extremely heavy rainfall today, and Uttarakhand rainfall will continue for tomorrow. So we have to be very careful for next 2 days for Uttarakhand and West UP.
All right, that's all the time that we have in this edition. Ladies and gentlemen, there are still a lot of people, those who are stuck because of the roads which have been washed away. So largely now the problem in Himachal Pradesh is connectivity, getting the electricity up and giving people safe drinking water. But there are states, Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh, where heavy rainfall is expected. Please take care of yourself and avoid any unnecessary travel. That's all the time that I have in this edition of Breaking News. News and updates continue on NDTV.